Christine Godinez Ortega, and I will tell you a story from the Maranao tribe of Mindanao. Once upon a time, there was a wise and wealthy sultan sa Agamanayog. In his land, the springs flowed with silver and gold, and the wells yielded syrup and coconut milk. He could also understand the language of birds, animals, and many creatures, as well as grasses and even the murmuring of rivers. He could also predict future events and disasters like earthquakes and typhoons. All his subjects loved him. He also had a very beautiful wife who loved him very much. So here, the Sultan could not ask for anything more. But how did the Sultan get his powers to understand the language of birds, animals, and other creatures? One night, the Sultan had a dream. An old man came to him and said, "I owned this land before you did. I prayed to Allah for riches and to make me powerful. Allah sent an angel to give me the power to understand the language of all creatures on condition that I should not tell anyone what I hear from all creatures, because if I did, I will die. But one night, I talked about my powers, and because I didn't reveal this intentionally, I didn't die, but I disappeared from the face of the earth. Now I have wandered aimlessly," he said, "and I am very tired. I give you my power." The following day, after supper, the Sultan overheard the conversation of ants. One ant said, "I'm still very hungry. The Bai is so greedy. She did not leave anything on her plate." The Sultan heard this and scooped from the earthen pot rice and scattered these on the table. The Bai noticed that, but she said nothing. The next day, the Bai had to oil her hair. She used a stick to oil her hair. And the Sultan overheard the conversation between a male cockroach and a female cockroach. The male cockroach said to the female cockroach, "Please give me some oil so I can oil my antennae." And the female cockroach said, "There is no more oil. This Bai is so greedy. I kept on rolling on the stick, and I'm very tired." Upon hearing this, the Sultan laughed, and the Bai asked, "Why are you laughing?" But the Sultan said nothing. But the Bai would not leave the Sultan alone and asked again, "Why were you laughing? If you don't tell me, I will kill myself." So that night, the Sultan was very upset. And the following day, he went out of his torogan and bid a silent goodbye to his people, to his land, and everything he owned. Then he and his Bai went out to walk along the river. The Sultan heard what a male goat was saying to a pregnant goat. The male goat said, "I am very tired. I cannot give you oranges. There are no oranges in the river." The female goat said, "If I don't eat oranges, I will die." And so the male goat again dove into the water. After that, he was very dizzy. He surfaced and said to the female goat, "Allah knows that I love you very much. Allah knows that I've tried to give you anything you wanted. But this time, there are no oranges. I can't give you any. Because in actuality, the oranges were just reflections of the tree above it. Now the male goat again talked to the female goat. He said, "You know, I love you very much. But if you die, there will be other female goats. And if I die, there will be other male goats." Now, after hearing that, the Sultan had an idea and faced his wife and said, "I am sorry, I cannot tell you why I laughed. Because if you die, I will be very sad. But if you die, there are other females in this world. And if I die, there are also other males in this world." Now the Bae was surprised to hear the words of the Sultan. She embraced him and said, "Let's go home." From then on, the Bae did not bother the Sultan anymore, and there was peace in the Torogan and peace in the land of the Agamaniog. That is the end of the story.